Okay, what up guys? Welcome back to erbsclass, man, for 5 more minutes of math. As you can see, we're still talking about polynomials, but hopefully you've been through adding and subtracting already. So now guess what we're up to? Okay, of course, multiplying. So, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get it. Okay, good. Now we started off with a little bit of a basic example. So these are polynomials, right? So different variables are being used, but this first one being one term outside the parentheses will be a monomial, of course, and then this one that's inside the parentheses has two terms, so of course we would call that a binomial. Good, good, good. Now, one thing to keep in mind when doing polynomials is the idea of distribution, of course. So we got to take what's outside these parentheses and make sure we multiply it by both things inside the parentheses. Yeah, okay, so let's do it. Bang. Okay, so now notice when I multiply this outside term times the first of the inside terms, -3 times 4 is -12, exactly right. And then y times x, remember when you're dealing with multiple variables, we write them in alphabetical order. Yeah, so y times x is yx, but remember we can just flip it to say xy, so it's alphabetical order. Yeah, so now to multiply this outside term times the second of the inside terms, you gotta remember some of your exponent rules. Good. Remember the exponent on that y is a 1, so when I multiply y times y squared, I get y to the third power. Yeah. So now check to make sure we don't have any like terms to combine. We don't. So we're good. Okay, let's kick it up a notch. Okay, good, man. Let's kick this up a notch. Now notice this first thing inside parentheses has two terms. Binomial. So wouldn't that make the second thing in the second set of parentheses, which also has two terms, another? Oh yeah, okay. So now when we're multiplying a binomial here, we have to make sure to multiply every combination. There are two things in this first set of parentheses. So when we go to distribute, this brings up the idea of double distribution. Yes, exactly right. Let me show you with some arrows. Now, splitting this binomial up into its terms, I gotta multiply this 3x times both of the things in the other set of parentheses. But don't forget about the -4y. Yes, you also have to multiply that -4y times both of those things in the second set of parentheses. It's the idea of double distribute. So I multiply the 3x times both things, and I multiply the -4y times both things. We have to multiply every combination. Just like this. When I multiply this 3x times this 2x, I get exactly that, 6x squared. Now when I multiply that 3x times 7y, I get, good, 21xy. 3 times 7, 21, x times y, xy, in alphabetical order. So now that we're done with the 3x, let's multiply this -4y times both things. Good, so notice that I wrote that xy as xy. Even though it's y times x, we write them in alphabetical order, and notice these are like terms now. Let's not forget the last one. Good, 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 good. Now, your teacher, you might see this described as FOIL. So FOIL is a way to remember how to multiply these combinations. The F in FOIL stands for first, as in we multiply the two first terms together. Yeah, the O stands for outer, as in we multiply the two outer terms together. So if O stands for outer, guess what I stands for? Inner. Yep, exactly right. And now L are the two last terms. Exactly right. So you might hear it called double distribute, you might hear it called FOIL, but this is the way to multiply two binomials together. Now, we can't forget our final step. Yeah, we gotta combine these like terms together. Notice I have xy here, I can combine those two together. My final answer, good, 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 good. Now, of course, we can multiply longer polynomials together. That's on the advanced video. I suggest you check that out next. Okay, man. Thanks for coming by, man. 5 more minutes of math, though, waiting right at the end of this one. I'll see you there. Okay, bye.